This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them.
It's open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Play fake. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone.
You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Hey, alert 33.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Titans. Good. 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. One touch.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
Undercut. He's checking. Crash.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor.
I call that play a success. A nice.
It's outfield. Hey, it's all right.
Real.
Watch twitch.
King. One touch.
From the 36, Mayfield. Open man is Switzer, complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Touchdown, Titans! Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Here we go. Check. 53.
From the gun, here's Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd down now. It's Foster, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. He can run for it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Landry, the intended target. A first down carry for Foster. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try the right side with Foster. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
SOS. Hey, 31. SOS.
Out of the gun, Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Throw complete to Herndon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Got an open man, it's Foster. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Under 10, 10. Topper.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. 1st and goal, Foster. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Foster. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
Here we go. Check. Pistol.
Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this one to Switzer. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Mayfield now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Alert 3.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the catch made by Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Regular. General West. Run.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Sponge. No. Hey, alert 33. Up. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That's trying to come back for Succop. It's not going to get there. No good. Wide to the right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping.
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I'm coming for you, son.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Watson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Shoot. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
19! Number 53, Mike. 59! Go. Shoot!
On 1st down, Foster. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
They'll go again with Foster. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Reset. 19. At 24. Stay scared. Check.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. It's Foster. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Last time, see if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, Alpha. 51's the money. 51's the money.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards, the final tally. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. That's exactly what they did there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down.
180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come on, man. We better than that.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, Watson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Foster on second down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They keep it in the hands of Foster. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. This is Miller, complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Mayfield now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chris Herndon, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Watson off play action. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 54. 59.
Hey, watch. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
Here's Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
6-6, pull it high.
Again, it's Johnson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Johnson, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check out read.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that is incomplete here. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's to his running back, complete. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Watson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement, But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 53 is the mic. 53.
On first down, it's Foster. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he was looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Mike, 53. 53.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 6-yard line.
Set, 180. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers,